youth around the world are bringing positive change in their community. And for example, student in Colombia, as part of the program is to create awareness on financial education using creative and fun way. In Armenia, we'll see and we work together with an NGO who develop learning in enabling students to be able to learn about business plan and teamwork. And in Syria, our program is part of a psychosocial support in youth who are affected by the conflicts. So Aflatoun program is a program that promotes social and financial education to children, to youth, age 14 and above. The program itself is based on a theory of change framework that promotes social and financial education. It consists of 5 core components around personal understanding, understanding about rights and responsibility, saving and spending, and also planning and budgeting. The focus of the program itself, it evolves around the ideas in empowering young people to conduct a project within the community. The program itself is a combination of a blended learning approach where we have a face-to-face workshop and also an online experience. For example, a participant can take part as an individual or as a group who are already part of the Aflatoun program or tapping into other youth programs or clubs. The digital online learnings consists of topics to guide them to think about ideas that they would like to do as a project for the community. And after going through the online learning, we encourage them to go back again to their face-to-face workshop together with their group and peers and to conduct their projects in their community and then going back again to that online platform to share their stories and experiences. The digital learning component consists of 2 sections, the learning section and also the sharing section. The learning section consists of a roadmap which takes them to a learning journey that consists of 2 levels. So the first level is where we probe them to think about the project ideas that they would like to do for within the community. So the topics would evolve around understanding about their self-awareness, understanding about their rights and responsibility, and also understanding about the type of resources that they can save or spend. And resources in this case can range around natural resources like electricity or financial resources such as saving their money. So after the completion of the level 1, they would proceed to the second level where they would be equipped with useful tools that they can use to conduct their project in the community, such as planning and budgeting tools and project management and also a business plan, for example. And the second section of the learning is the sharing component. But based on the study that we conducted, the sharing component is the most favorite section of the platform because, as you know, and I don't know if anyone in the audience also work with youth, they use a lot of social media. They tap into social media to share about everything that they do. So providing that safe environment for youth to share about their projects and experiences and aspiration around the positive things that they are doing in the community is proven to be very effective. To date, we have around 400 stories from youth around the world. And the story section itself is a place where they can also support other young people across the globe, which probably they have not met before, doing an interesting and inspiring project in the community. So for example, a group of students in the Philippines who are part of our program can also see what other group of young people in Brazil, for example, are doing also, who are part of the program, or from other part of youth clubs activities that is available. There's two type of interaction that they can do within the platform. They can either vote on the stories that they find inspiring. As you can see in one of the stories, we have 3,000 votes from the young people itself. So people are very engaged and excited and want to take part of this online sharing section. But also to be able to engage them on the critical thinking, we allow them to also flag us or notify us whenever they find stories that is inappropriate. So it also built around that right-based understanding about their own rights and also other people's rights.
Is there any connection between the learning path that they're going through acquiring financial literacy, if I understood correctly, and do you measure in any kind of a way the impact of sharing and learning? So is there any balance around there? How do you measure it?
Thank you for the questions. So within the platform itself, we have an embedded evaluation for pre and post. So before they, just about when they started to use the online programs and after the completion. So we know that the sharing part is very engaging for youth. So to be able for youth to share their stories on the sharing platform, they have to first finish all of the learning section. So they have to first go through the first level that is around self-awareness, knowing about their rights and also managing their resources. And then the managing resources itself tap into that financial literacy. Based on our study on the data sets that we collected through the platform itself, we learned that there's a positive outcomes on planning and budgeting. And this has implication to both personal resources around money, and also having that knowledge in how to best plan and budget the project that they would do as a group activity. So based on the research itself, we do find a positive outcomes. And so we've been discussing a lot since this morning around how to motivate users in using a digital platform. So we know that young people, one of the drivers of young people is to be able to share. They love sharing their ideas and projects. So we put that section in the end. So after the completion of the learning section, they then can share their stories. And these also encourage them to really go through and look into the modules and taking quizzes and hopefully also learning and acquiring new knowledge through the programs that we deliver. And just to dig deep a little bit about the module itself. The module itself consists of a multimedia format. We have a short 2 minutes animation and also quizzes just to engage them on the topic that they have learned, and also a reflection section. So this is important to be able to grasp the kind of learning that young people are experiencing through the platform itself. One of the other motivation components within this platform is that it uses a gamification engine. So young people would have their own individual profile. They would have their learning journey captured on a progress bar with a point system. And they can also compete with each other on the scores that they have acquired between the registered members of the platform. And we learned that this kind of motivation is also very effective. And on top of that, I guess the biggest motivation for them is that to be able to share their stories. Okay. And how do we work? Aflatoun program is part of is developed by an NGO, an international NGO, that promotes social and financial education to children and youth. We collaborate through a cross-sectoral collaboration with NGO, that is those who serve as our implementing partners. To date, we are collaborating with NGOs and also Ministry of Education in 113 countries. And we also work with Ministry of Education to be able to embed it and integrate our learning materials to the curricula on formal and non-formal education. And we also work with researchers and also technical developers and also investors and funders in building our program. We understand that collaboration among stakeholders are very important. And today I would also like to invite you to collaborate and work with us to continue in encouraging and empowering young people to become the agents in their community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.